replace a McG.
Hey, the podcast.
Could replace a McG. That's the.
It's not easy to replace that podcast.
Yo, man, that guy is very fun.
I think the one thing you can do is probably learn from it, come up with your own better strategy.
Yeah.
Because obviously his market is already like the whole country. You can look at it from a different. You can say, okay, I'm gonna start it here, but with a goal in 6 months to get it to this space. But that's an attraction here. On like part of what your editing must be. You must give me cut. You must cut it into spaces where it's very interesting. You post that part.
Go market here. And then when I go what the short of that. Yeah, it should have been fun.
The thing is, we don't have the same hunger, I guess. We don't have the same passion for these things.
I feel like also Nema had all the.
Nema, no, he didn't. Nema had broken English the whole time and misinformed content. The difference between Nema and Ngere was reporting facts. It was true.
Yeah.
I was in a jeep in a little. Janema, Jajiso.
And one thing I've learned to make Gina, then it's like organic. I don't know what they don't have like be like robots, which can be like you can see that this is genuine. Like they are just having a conversation. That robot, where are you from? Nibagai. Like, come on.
But everyone wants to do it, but are not passionate, fan, and we don't look at it the same. Like McG, he just wants to know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you go into it with I just want to know, you'll get something great out of it. But not one of the question. Don't take a question.
Yeah, we just go like raw.
It's like making a song. If I come. We had probably over 50 minutes. We're talking about how to make music, and he was asking me. He said, "Hey, dude, I've been listening to your album since the day it came out. Every single day, I played from cover to cover on Spotify. No skip. Ari, how do you make a consistent album that has no potential to skip? Like the only reason you skip is because you have a favorite song, but not because a song is boring. That the difference is, first of all, I recorded this whole album myself. Even though when you had the record, so I knew. First, I didn't write anything down. First of all, I came up with melodies, and then how I record is. I
mean, like just getting that
getting flows in there, then change that humming into actual words, piece by piece. And you go cut me before a verse in that right. Ella humming, verse and then that piece of the humming. Then I continue.
I think a lot of people was going that. Look at the lion, say no to bullying. Like, who's now who thought would be now you go like line by line by line by line.
You know, I did a live in the Hukuya, even Adolf. I started from scratch on the live.
Hukuya Adolf.
Hey,
if you use it,
he paid me to do a hook for it.
I do back. And the person Musima, I
think 3 days back.
Okay.
Was it 3 days back? Yeah, 3 days back. I think it was on Wednesday. I went live when I was making it.
I didn't see it. Yo, come to go and rally off from Facebook for a few days, but now I'm back.
The good thing about it is that I don't really use my personal account anymore. Like when I go in there, I post once and I don't even check comments.
When I the
thing is if I go back to the personal account, the page is not gonna grow anymore. So if you wanna grow, I mean, I'm trying to get it verified. Then changing the name is the most hectic part.
What I love about Facebook is this page. This new feature Facebook page, it's very nice. They have a stronger account, so that's a very nice feature. And they're doing a month, but hey, What up, everybody? And welcome. Hey, don't welcome.
Let me reduce this volume.
I think the name know about mom. You don't welcome.
Yeah.
Okay,
let me do the welcome.
Because
what's up, everybody? My name is Romeo ThaGreatwhite. Picture over there, that's me. Welcome to my house. Well, my main cave, to be exact. This is where I do all my music stuff. I do some of my work here. So yeah, man. Today we have Aubrey action, Mr. Aubrey himself. We're gonna be doing sort of we're gonna be talking. It's not an interview. We're gonna be talking. Talking about all things Romeo music, album, and all of that. Yeah. So yeah, man. Welcome. Feel free. The Lou is right on the other corner if you wanna, do that. So.
Yeah, basically we're just gonna be like soaring. We're just gonna be like talking. Don't catch. If you catch, that's your problem, right? If they catch, that's their problem. Yeah. Right? We're just gonna be talking, random talking. Like there's no camera, like there's nothing. That's what we're gonna do, né? So I'm sure a lot of you know Romeo like dropped his album 3 September, right?
Yeah, 3 September I dropped my first ever album, man.
But guys, this guy this guy dropped album Dalchina Drake now Makat. Bro, like tell me that after I dropped, like after you announced the date, okay, I'm dropping on 3rd, right? And then a few days later, Makadaba announced, okay, even me, I'm gonna drop African Queen on 3rd. And then you also learned about Drake. How did you feel about that?
So the one thing that people must understand, Dori, my drop date was announced in July.
Yeah.
Like all the way in July. That's when I told people, hey, on 3 September, I'm gonna release an album. And a month later, after I had actually dropped a single from the album on the 3rd of August, probably maybe another week later, then Makati said she's dropping her album. And then there was a lot of people that came to me and be like, hey, Romeo, don't you want to push out your album and all of those things?
Guys, now I'm not part of that lost people, and I didn't say anything.
People are gonna not listen to you. They're gonna be focused on Makati. I'm like, dude, first of all, shout out to Makati for the fact that she released her album, which is doing very, very well. If you've seen her stats, up there in the roof. But at the same time, my stats are up there on the roof compared to everything else I've ever done before. Like my album reached 20k streams on Spotify on its first week. That is a milestone for me. I've never done that number in a week. I was feeling like Lil Wayne right now because Lil Wayne obviously dropped an album and it went platinum in 1 week.
In 1 week.
That has never been done the way it was done. No one has ever done that. So I felt great because I didn't end up a moment to venda okay, I've done these steps before in 1 week.
That's what I've noticed. Like a lot of artists, they'll just tell you I dropped the album, but you won't see any stats about the album. They won't tell you like, this is where I reached, this is where I reached and everything. But tell me, when the trading with Amen, people are going to be focusing on Makadzi, and then a few days later, Drake is also dropping because how about Kanye West? Did you feel like, hey, maybe I should? Do they have those doubts?
Nah, look, first of all, understand Romeo, Makadzi, Drake, those are 3 different spheres of music. Professor, Romeo, as much as I would like to be on a different stage right now, I'm more, if I listen, you look at the cities I'm more listened to. Rekwamba Pitori, Johannesburg, KZN, those are my biggest, ne? And then obviously Limpopo is like number 4, number 5. And that's the story. Okay, fine. Those people listen to my music regardless. Why would Ndiko do Zima music? Because Makazuko drop. Makazi is international right now. Yeah. She might not be international in a way where she's in the States all the time, but give her credit, she's international. So a core market is not even Venda anymore. She's not making music for us. She's making music for the world now.
Yeah, that's true.
Professor, now I'm still trying to break even with the country on its own. Professor.
Yeah,
so if I'm still thinking about the country and she's thinking about the globe, who do I think I am to start saying because Makazio drop. She's not even focused on the fence that I'm focused on. You understand that?
Yeah.
And then you go and take it 10 to 20 steps further at the Drake Champagne Papi.
And you know, the moment it drops,
Officer, all I'm on music he's not even focused on the globe. He's focused on the whole entire universe. Like even aliens somewhere are bumping Champagne Papi.
that
So,
gets big, man.
Officer, you know, the way Sanika class, I know where I am musically. Ne? I would never compare myself to any other artist. But if I had done that, it would have been a different space. You see, if Ramsey was dropping on the 3rd,
Yeah.
or Misophil was dropping on the 3rd, I would have reconsidered.
Yeah.
Because we play in the same space. It doesn't matter how many fans we have, but at the end of the day, our core fans are all similar.
Yeah, they're similar. Like,
They are similar fans.
you share
right?
friends.
Hey. So those are the kind of people that I would say, okay, you know what? They're dropping an album from a marketing perspective. Because I'm a marketing major, obviously, you know this. From a marketing perspective, it negatively impacts me because first of all, those people came before me.
Yeah.
And they already have a larger impact than I do because they didn't come before me and flop. First of all,
Yeah.
they came before me and killed it.
And consistency.
Hey, and I know
I
Misophil's
think
consistency compared to Ramsey's Ramsey is on a different level.
Yeah.
According to me, the biggest artist in Venda right now,
Yeah, Makazi.
people need to understand that. The biggest artist in Venda right now, from my point of view, the Ramsey.
Okay.
They go say the consistency. See,
uh.
if you look at his consistency and you look at his numbers, only YouTube.
Yeah, but he got like, hey, if you go to YouTube, if he drops today, after 3 days, it's only on 10K. Like
Hey,
one
look,
song.
so look at his numbers on YouTube. See? Misophil on YouTube. Only YouTube. You will understand where I'm coming from when I say, for me, in Venda right now, the biggest artist for me, the Rams.
The Rams.
Hey.
But he's not doing an album though, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, so when you dropped the album, you also announced the one merch, right? Merchandise, caps, t-shirts,
Yeah.
hoodies, and yeah, all those stuff. But it's t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
Are they still available though?
Yeah, they are. So the one thing that I've noticed is the biggest consumers that I have for this stuff are not even in the vogue.
Okay.
Like my manager, who's also my girlfriend by the way.
Okay.
It looks after that part.
Okay.
If she shows you the numbers, that's it. You will see, Uri, we've sent out more stuff to Josie, Pretoria, and Cape Town than anywhere else.
Ever.
You will be shocked because we've had orders in Venda, and more specifically my hood, Aneba Romondo. I've had more than 70 orders that came from this hood only. And the way they came is one guy that stays like 5 houses from me bought a t-shirt.
Okay.
Next day there was 10 people at my gate.
Asking the t-shirts.
Hey, they paid for it right there on the spot, and then they waited for their orders. So I think the merchandise is forever gonna be there. It might change in terms of just revamping it, giving it more flair, but it's definitely not gonna go anywhere.
And becoming more modern because it's just a start.
Obviously, I carry the idea now was to start by promoting the album. That's why we have the album cover on the front.
Yeah.
As time goes, it will evolve with how we evolve the brand as well.
Yeah, because I don't want mask. This mask that you wear. I think it's a logo, right?
Yeah, it's
your personal logo.
It's my company logo, RAD Music Group. We started a company, registered and everything, and then the first artist to be signed there was me.
Okay. So you did it and you signed yourself.
Yeah. Well, I follow a blueprint that I read about online.
Okay.
From big artists like I know a Jay-Z for instance, he signed to himself.
Yeah.
A Lil Wayne is signed to himself now.
Stuff will Casper like.
Even like because Casper, as much as he's big, for me he's not a big artist. I understand that the reason I took away from this respect. For me, it's more of from a musical perspective. There's bigger people than him.
Yeah.
The Black Diamond Boys, they're not signed to Ambitious. They're signed to Umuti Records, which is their own.
I know.
Their record label has a distribution deal with ambitions. So why would I not follow blueprints like that and ask for somebody else in vendor to? The one thing that I see in vendor, the professor ask for Shumati, is people starting record labels to want to sign other artists.
Yeah.
Because there's artists who don't understand that part, or what is required of me when I'm a signed artist. I understand that notion, or I'm a signed artist, therefore whatever I do needs to be per what the label wants.
Okay.
No off script
Yeah, because Ninganan comes when you rap like Aries, like those beats which are not used, like people are not used to. And when you start to be like jump on piano, because that's training,
but
then make money.
But then at the same time, it depends on how you sign, Professor. You may sign a contract that says all rights, including creative role, is for the record label. But now on a contracted economy, we will not interfere with your creative juices. Therefore, however you make music, will be behind it. But when behind it, blindly, we're gonna assess what you are making, look at it, compare it with current analytics to see if it will actually make money for you or make money for the album. Because for the artist, if not anyone, does not make money online like the streams and all of that. That's not your money. You make money from all the bookings. That's all of your money.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever sort of just gone into recording deals properly. If not one of the recording deals, merchandising, that's your money. Sponsorships, that's your money. Performances, that's your money. That's why you want about one. He's signed to himself, but all his streams belong to his company, not him. All of the money that he makes touring, 365. I go tour every single day.
Yeah, but I think as dealing as a contract, maybe like own show, like we're just gonna talk about it.
You must pull up. You must pull up.
Yeah, now let's talk about the album name, right? It's self-titled, like
The Great White.
The Great White. Is it The Great or The Great White?
Yeah,
it's THA.
Yeah.
THA, right?
Yeah, THA, but still says The Great White.
White. Yeah. So, what's the reason behind the name?
The Great White if Nangato Jena job, the knowledge check out. If anything that is recorded as the Great White, mostly it's in the animal kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Rare animals that you probably would go a whole lifetime without ever seeing.
And when you're saying the Nkumbra, like when like they're talking about on Mubango, they do that references like a white lion is the one, the white lion from the when they're talking about their stuff, like yeah, I get what you mean.
So if you go into the ocean, there's a great white shark.
Okay.
If you ever see it and you are still alive to tell the story, you are lucky. Or if you see it up close, you can see it from afar, but up close, it's rare that you will be alive to tell the story. If you go into your North Pole, South Pole, in the cold areas, you'll find a great white bear, which is called the polar bear. Pure white. You won't find it anywhere else except in that space. If you go to the jungle, without ever finding a great white lion. But you will find it in the mountains somewhere, but it's rare to see. The whole industry, Yavenda right now, or not even Yavenda, but musically Limpopo, how many people with albinism do you know?
Difficult question. I don't think I know anyone.
And the rest, without shying away from the fact that but from an Afro-pop, R&B, and hip-hop space, who do you know?
I just know one DJ apart from you, right?
Question is he doing it bigger than me?
Nah, I just
thank you.
Still low.
For me, the Great White was to symbolize my stance in the game right now. I'm not the type to brag, but I'm not the type to the one of us. I am at a level where I can compete with anyone. That I know for a fact. And I don't believe anyone else can ever come to the studio and leave and say no, I body bagged him or anything like that, because I bring my your A game might be your A game, but it definitely is not my A game, because unlike you'll come written in the studio. You'll write before you come to the studio.
Yeah.
I won't. I will record in front of you, no book, no paper, but making sure that my melodies talk to whatever we're talking about. That's why I regard myself as great, because I don't know as many artists that can do that comfortably for a full album.
Okay. So far, and then you released the cover, right? And then I can't remember the date, but you released the cover, and then there was some shenanigans there on the cover.
So
I'm sure you heard about it, right?
I released the cover the day my single dropped. The single The Great White itself dropped on the 3rd of August, which was my birthday.
Okay.
The cover is very symbolic. If you look at it, you will see it's a throne, obviously.
Yeah.
Throne taken from Game of Thrones. And then there's a sword on the right. There's a broken crown on the left, and there's a microphone that I'm holding with my hand, right? So if you are to look at this correctly, you'll notice that the sword symbolizes what previous kings used. Like any king will have like a sword or something that they use as their weapon of choice. My weapon of choice is in my left, which is my mic.
Yeah.
The broken crown is just showing that whoever was sitting here has been thrown off, and the new king is right there and not using his crown. That's why it's broken.
So, in my understanding, that means like I've dethroned whoever was sitting there.
Whoever believes that they were the king or they are the king.
Okay.
This cover talks to them.
And then there was shenanigans. There was you stole this idea from Austin. Yeah, Austin.
Who's that?
This guy, but he didn't say anything, ne? A lot of people they were talking about it. Like, okay, SABC who posted about this. He posted this.
Yeah.
He was like, he was making his jokes. You know how it is. And then someone commented, was like, I've seen this poster before from Austin.
Who's that?
He's a artist. Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen it?
No, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
What does it look like? I've never seen it.
I can't really say, but he was just also sitting on the throne.
But then was he sitting on this exact throne?
Nah, you know, but people are just talking about like
look,
look alike.
If you look at the cover, I have 3 covers.
Yeah.
And they're all approved covers. I'm not talking about samples. These are all covers that I would have used for this album. See? But I used this because it symbolizes a throne room. If you look at, just hold on, the one that's coming now, not this, one that is outside. If you look at it, it's an exact, you see there? There's a dragon at the back.
Yeah, I saw it like
Does it have his throne that you're talking? I've had this idea, I don't know how many times I told you about this idea, but I've had this idea for a very long time.
Yeah, but I just love that the fact that himself, Austin, he didn't like entertain it. It was like, nah, guys, this is not. Shout
out to Austin. I don't want to lie and say I know him, but shout out to him for being humble about it, and straightforward. Because now, the artist who would have tried to catch clout with that. I didn't see it. That's why this is the first time I even hear. Maybe it's because I don't use my personal account like I do.
Because people were tagging me, even that guy's mouth, they were tagging us and everything. I was like, nah, guys, if you want to know about the poster, ask Romeo and Austin. Don't ask me. I don't wanna.
I don't know. I've never seen Austin's cover. Don't wanna lie. Maybe I'll Google it after this. But yeah, the cover. The cover was really inspired by what I just told you now, where I feel like I'm at.
Okay.
It takes a lot of guts to release an album, and it takes a lot of work and finances and all of those things to put yourself there. I don't know any musician that says they can do that. Right now in Venda, people don't invest in their craft. I do.
When I get favor.
Hey.
It's all about favors.
I don't ask for favors. I will ask you for a collab when if you tell me how you work. If I can meet it, I'll beat it.
Yeah. And if I can't,
I'll tell you, hey, bruh, if you're saying you want 10,000, I can afford 8. If you say yes, we work. But Nibusen, ask Tierney, he'll tell you, I'm not the type. I don't believe in exploiting anybody's work.
But if let's say you come to me and say, feature, and I tell you 5,000, and you know that this guy, this 5,000, So his value is too high than himself.
So, but then, what's your impact? if your 5,000 says you have an impact of 100,000 people following or a reach every week, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
But if you can't even reach the 5,000 people and you want 5,000 from me, then we're not talking. We're not on the same. We're not talking about the same thing.
Okay, I get it. So in this album, right, you have featured a lot of artists. Aubrey beats, that is Misophil, that is Mungwari, that is Zozo, Tiene, Bianca Esther, Chris Ben. Did I left
No, that's it.
Those are them.
You didn't
About
even
7,
know.
right?
Yeah.
So
And Ria, I featured.
oh, and
my
Ria. Like, but on Ria though, she just said, and that was that.
And to be honest, when I think I was recording, I recorded the song the day we buried my dad, right? It was on the 19th of January when I recorded the song. It was a birthday, one day after my girlfriend's birthday and one day before my sister's birthday. So I recorded it, and my voice was not I was not feeling okay when I recorded this. So I was failing to hit the first avulekile note.
Okay.
So I was like, Ria, come. And she came here and I was like, you need to just say it like this.
Yeah.
And she said it, and then it didn't sit well, but I could hear if Aubrey was to sort of mix it properly and change the keys on it, it will work, and it worked.
And then you gave her credit.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, that's what and then
telling me that I'm telling you, most of the comments I've gotten were on that Avulekile part.
Yeah, because it also brings like diversity on the song. Like,
and if you listen, do you look at the video? When it says Avulekile, we are on that area where there's water, there's sky. Like, it just brings all of those emotions together. So I wouldn't have, it would have been bad for me to say I sang that, because I didn't.
Yeah, I get it. But though, I just want like to tell us, I'm gonna say like someone like 100 beats, right? I want you to tell me, why did you choose him for that specific song that you featured him on?
Oh, so I featured Android on Levels and on Day Ones. No, Jealousy. It was a typo from my side. It was supposed to be not feature but producer.
Okay.
Because he produced it, right? So on Levels is something that we've always talked about. It was sort of an experiment, if I can put it like that. Because when I wrote that hook, we were on our way to Durban. I came up. People need to understand now. When I say write, I'm talking about creating melody, not physically write something down. So when I came up with that melody, I wrote it. Sent me a clip, a beat, and when I made it, already I could hear him rapping to it. So that's how it works for me. When I make a song, I already hear somebody else. If I need somebody else,
and
I hear them.
And they killed it. He killed it. Very, very killed it.
He killed it, even though his verse is very. I hope you go and just listen to it properly.
Yeah, I know. It was shades.
Hey, the people were wearing shades all over.
I did an action on it. I'm gonna post it. Someone that time was like, yo, this guy.
that verse on its own, that verse, like I could hear the whole song, but that verse on its own deserves its own reaction, where you are just talking about that verse alone,
breaking it down.
People will finally be opened to understanding what that guy was saying, because he was saying some stuff.
And you know, my first listen, I couldn't hear it. Like, I was just listening to him. Like, okay, I was like, okay, the flow is nice. It's nice. Like, he's in the rhythm with the beat and everything. But the other day I was like just listening and listening to that. I was like, oh man, this guy. He's throwing the shades music to everybody in the industry.
Hey, like the way he threw shade on that thing, it was on a different level. I was like, wow, man, this is it. It's okay. That's where we're going now.
Bro, he killed it. He killed it. Credits to him. And then my second feature, I'm going to talk about Misophil. Why that song? In all the songs on the album, why that song?
So what I've seen, and I sort of just relate to, is Misophil is a big. His party songs most of the time outweigh the songs that he make. Or anything. If you look at it, Gankani, for instance, it went big.
Yeah, it went big.
It went
very
super big. But if you listen to songs that he made, Zamira Zanyana, used to do that he did with Chidi, they didn't blow as much. So I was like, you know what? The only person I know for a fact that would come in here and do something different compared to what I would do myself is Mizo. And I hit him up and said, hey, bro, if you have some time to go to the studio, can you hit this out for me? And then obviously however you want to do it, you let me know, right?
Yeah.
You wanted his royalties, and which is fair. I give anyone their royalties. I'm not the type.
But deserve the share.
Hey, I'll give you your royalty share so that we don't have problems in the future.
Yeah.
If ever the song decides, you know what, I'm gonna blow up, I'll give you your share, your royalties, and you'll be good, right? So, he came in and he did his thing, and I was like, you know what, my second verse didn't deserve to be on this song. Because the one thing that I know for a fact is by the time you don't feature any, trust and understand. I already finished the song.
You just want like that different.
Hey, I want to see
if you can top that.
Exactly. If you can come with a different thing, I'm removing my verse and putting in yours.
Okay, and he doesn't disappoint. I even said it on my reaction that Mizo doesn't disappoint. Whether it doesn't disappoint, it's very good.
Exactly.
And then there's this guy. I did a reaction of a track called Lost, right? And then you featured Mungwari. And I had my own idea why you featured him on that type of a beat, but it was far from the horse's mouth. Why did you choose Mungwari for that specific song, that kind of a beat, like?
Oh, okay. So, just to sort of maybe put context down, right? In my top three lyricists, there's Chalo B, there's Mungwari, and there's Cash Flow.
Okay.
Venda. For me, that's my top three. Now, that won't change. Yeah. But then did you got Cash Flow more English than anything? If you listen to Mungwari and Chalo B from a Venek perspective, no one compares to those two.
That's what the other day I said, I want them on the same song, just competing about that Venek whatsoever. Like, I want them on the same song.
And there was at a time when Face Breezy now was fully making music, was also on the top three.
Yeah.
Because he also is Venek, again, top tier, right? So when I made Lost the same week as I made Red. First of all, people need to understand that was one song.
I was right, guys, on my reaction. I was right. Give me my flowers.
So that was in my head. That was how I had envisioned it, right? I was gonna make a song that spoke about how the loss made me feel, which is the red part, and then how I felt going forward, which is the lost part, right? You know, the video was probably gonna be like 10-15 minutes. It was gonna be like a young story, right? So when I released Red, I never thought. So Red was again one of the songs that I didn't think would do as good as it did.
Yeah,
and it did great. One of the first people that sent me a voice note, lengthy voice note, was Mungwari, right? And I didn't. To be honest, the voice note, I kept it. It's not even on my phone. It's in my laptop. The reason I kept that voice note is because it was not even talking about the music anymore. It was talking about how that song made him feel, right? And his own experiences, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? And right there, that voice note was the reason that I was, you know what, like, if anybody was to feature on the next on Lost, is this guy. Because he related to my song in a way that, as much as people related to it, no one explained like every single detail in that song sounds like it was talking to somebody else. I don't remember who told me again the same thing 2 days back. Or when you made this song, I think you were talking about me. Like, nah, this was personal. So when I featured Mungwari, it was about the fact that he connected so much with the part one of the song. I just didn't want to name it Red 2.
And yeah, I feel like even the name Lost, like it can like give that different dynamic and everything. And
and I tell you, I sent it to him this week, he was a little busy that week. Next week he sent it to me. He probably one of the first verses ever that I've ever received that I never said anything different about it. I heard it once, right? And I said, "Hey, guy, send the vocals."
This is it.
I was like, dude, I thought maybe it's too short. I'm like, no, dude, this is perfect.
It's perfect. Don't jinx it.
And the beat was longer than his verse, ne? But the impact of his verse on its own, ne? Bro, that verse, that song could be just that verse twice. As much like I like my verse and what it says, because it's a continuation of what his verse is. But in my personal opinion, I could play that verse twice.
Like, man, and I was glad that I was able to like to analyze that verse, because I did the lecture and I was like talking about the verse, each and every line, breaking that guy was spitting, man, and many people couldn't understand because he was speaking like Venda, but most people are gonna understand, and I'm glad that I was able to break it up. He came to me, was like, man, he sent me a voice note also, was like, man, that reaction you did,
I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know anybody else that would have put the fire that you put in that song. So I like those are the kind of songs that I want to make videos of. They're simple, to the point, but they have so much meaning. It's not even funny. Like when he sent it to me, I told him straight up, dude, we are done. This song is done, because hey, I had a verse before. I always tell you, I make 2 verses for every song. I'm not gonna write and wait for an artist to tell me they won't send it or they delay. I not record that prepared. I record what I had. I will record 2 verses, but I know there's a verse that I don't believe should be in the song. If by some, I know it's still good, but I don't. It's not in the vision that I had. When I made the song, you were in the vision. So when Mwari said what he said on the voice note, I was like, yeah, no, the vision was correct. This dude is gonna kill it.
This guy.
When he sent me the verse, I was like, my goodness,
this guy, man.
I was like, dude, how do you come up with this? He's like,
you wanna kill me?
He's like, no,
song.
and that's another thing that people need to know about me. If you kill me on my own song, that means I made the right choice.
Yeah.
If you come and I body you, if you come in and I body you and bury you like you were never there, then that was the wrong choice in the first place.
Yeah. Like the person must challenge you also.
Yeah, you must come in there and make the song better. That's your job as a featured artist. You're not there to make the song level or to like people must not say like you must come in there and people will be like, yeah, this nigga went in.
And you know that verse here, Mwari, just gave me my favorite line on the whole song. Like that line, I feel like I'm poor now. I'm just listening in English. I feel like I'm poor now. So I'm watching to me. Because you're born. That line, I was like, yo.
And people don't understand what it meant by that. And
I was like, yo.
And if you negotiate yourself with a very naked ear, you're gonna think or gold or anything. Now, and he's referencing the wisdom and the people that came before us that made this world worth living in, that are gone already. That's why he said he's talking about our ancestors, our people that we looked up to so much, that gave us the best of love ever. And those are the people he's talking about.
He gave a clue because firstly he say now I feel like I'm poor because I guess and that single line, man, it have got like so many meanings, like so much things you can take from that line.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's move on to Zozo, the legendary.
Yeah.
The legend now.
Yeah.
This guy, man, like how did the song come? No, not the song, the feature come about.
Oh, so there was a night where I was, browsing on YouTube. I used to download a lot of beats before I started just believing I should just buy. I used to download beats, and then I came across this Afro beat. And then when I was listening to it on YouTube, it says it go with the na 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 na. I was like, I'm a TikTok superstar.
Yeah.
Must keep my fans occupied. So I downloaded it, loaded it up on Cubase, and then came up with the first. I came up with the not really came up, but came up with the melody for right. Recorded that, finished it. Like now, this clip is too short. Let me put a verse. Yeah. So came up with a verse. And the verse, what did the verse end? The verse was right, it was that short, and then I think it was about 40 seconds. I have this thing that I connect videos with. Connecting the video, put the audio underneath. On TikTok. Go sleep. Ne? How?
Wake up in the morning.
No, it's not even wake up. Like, phone now starts beeping. I'm like, what's happening, guys? I check. I'm like, okay, what did I post something that I was? I check, this video is moving now. Everybody's asking, where's the song? I'm like, guys, this is it's not a song. I've been saying, I went and posted it on my Instagram, automatically on my Facebook. It started blowing up everywhere. The first comment I'm making is, guys, it's not a song. It's not a song. It's not a song.
Just vibey.
The beat. I go to TikTok 2 days later. The video is on 20,000 views and 5,000 likes. I'm like, guys, what's happening? It's not like it's a famous, super famous person now. Like the ambitious thing that I did, and it went off the roof. And then about a week later, I get a call, right? Hey, how are you doing, my brother? I'm like, I'm good. Who am I speaking to? I forgot his name, man. This kid is like, I believe this song should be. It should be a song. What? I'm like, nah, I was just playing. I was like, cool, man. It's fine. Can I store save your number? I didn't know this guy wanted to save my number to give it to Zozo, because apparently Zozo has been asking. I didn't know.
Who is this guy, man?
So he goes and comments. Zozo goes and comments on my Facebook. Yeah, this is a beautiful song. Hey, I should be part of it. I'm like, what?
The legend.
How is this a song?
And I think we also got to appreciate Zozo, man, for that. Like, going to say,
yeah, I
want to be part of. If it was someone like, this guy now is making fame of me.
So as much as I believed he said that on Facebook, I didn't believe it. I didn't even think it was him. I was like, one of the people that look after his pages.
Yeah.
I said that. 2 minutes later, same day, called me. Okay, Romeo, the song is beautiful, my man. He sent me a WhatsApp. The first thing he said is, hi Romeo, this is Zozo. Like, I just wanted to tell you to say the song you did, Erewanga, is amazing. And he sends the clip. I'm like, but it's literally not a song. I just wanted to. I was making a clip, but at the same time, appreciating good music that I grew up to. It's like I want to be part of the song. Like, part of the song. Now, in my mind, I'm like, hey, now this needs to be a song now. And mind you, my playlist for the album is finished. The album had 14 songs. Because I was not even Freak was not part of the album. When we went to the Western that at the time, right? Yeah. So I'm like, cool. We can arrange and you can come and record it. No, I said I can bring my studio to you. Okay. That's how much I respect it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I will pack up my studio in the car, drive to your house, and we record and then we'll leave. It's like, nah, I'll drive to your house. So, drive to my house? What do you mean drive to my house? It's like, nah, don't worry about it. Just tell me when. I was like, okay, cool. There was a day I had an interview on Vembe FM.
Yeah, and I was supposed to come also.
Yes, that day. I think Dora had just dropped, if I'm not mistaken. It was around July. I think Dora had just dropped. After the interview, during the interview, he sent me a text. Let me know when you're done with your interview. We'll go and record.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. So when I was done, I called him up. He says, no. You don't want to shandy him up, then we can drive together. Okay, we are driving. He's behind me. We come through. We pull up to the crib. I was in shock. I was like, hey, I didn't want. I was like, yo, you see, I didn't even have my Wi-Fi then.
Yeah.
If I had my Wi-Fi, I was gonna be online. My guy,
Hey,
don't be playing with me. I'm a superstar like that. So it's in my house.
in my house, man.
So yeah, man, he pulled up, and then one thing that I appreciated about it is that okay, he came with his engineer, right? I'm like, engineer's gonna record everything. I'm gonna be just like now. My engineer records the kind of music that I make. I'm stepping into your world now, so you need to direct. I'm like, I'm directing this nigga. He wants me to
telling him what to do.
Tell him how to. Like, yo, hey, this heavy. And then obviously Ngere pulled up as well.
Huh?
I don't know what Ngere like Dogo Farah.
Okay.
He has the footage. I don't know why he has not sent it to me yet.
Okay.
Of that day. So we recorded. He had a different way of recording his vocals, and we sort of collaborated ideas, end up recording how we I thought it would be best, and then it came out the way it did. And then in the middle he was like, I want you to put a piece here. You know,
and that was genius, man.
Hey, and then I put that and then he came back with another. I was like, oh, like his, you know that voice that he has. I'm like, shit.
This is a bang.
I'm killing it right now. I'm killing it. And then, yeah, man, he was so humble, and like I don't know anyone in the level that he's at that is as humble as him.
And I think that's why he is where he is right now, because of being humble. Because I've not like since I've grown or since I've got into music the way I am right now. I've never been with him, but that time because my father was a big fan, so we used to go to his shows and stuff. I could say that the guy is very very humble, like down to earth.
Like it's heartwarming when you hear somebody that your whole family grew up to telling you that you are the next thing. We sat here, we probably sat here for more than 2 hours before we recorded, and we were just talking. That man's wisdom is on a different level. Like, he makes music not because, and the same thing as me, he doesn't write.
He just go there.
He doesn't write, he goes off his head straight up.
That's the good thing.
And he will tell you, I will go off my feelings, because if I try to write it, it's not going to sound as how I want it to sound, right? It was a good experience. And then obviously, like I said, Ngere was here. It was awesome. And then Mungwari came pulled up.
It was also an vendor.
Mungwari was here as well.
Guys, I should have been.
I was like, what is my house turning into today?
And that day, what happened? I was supposed
you were supposed to come. I don't know what happened
also, but
I was like, hey, I got stars everywhere, man. Like, my mom was starstruck when Zozo was here.
Oh, and
she pulled up and she was sitting in this very chair that I'm sitting, and she's like, hey,
this Zozo.
Like, yeah, mom.
This was one of Zozo.
Hey, it was amazing.
And maybe she might have not. Maybe she didn't tell you, but I'm sure that she was like proud of, my son in the same room with Zozo, same song. Bro.
The one thing about my mom is she will tell you. She tells me what she's proud of. She will never just make me assume. I love my mom for that. The fact that we are that close and we are that open with each other. There's nothing she doesn't know about me. And there's nothing she wouldn't tell me if she doesn't feel comfortable with it. That day was an awesome day all around. I don't want to lie to you. My mom was to me. I'm telling you, if this had happened and my dad was still alive here, my dad had every single album that Zozo had, bro. We would have ended up not recording because of the excitement,
the excitement, man.
I was like, yo, Zozo was in my crib, bro. And when I don't know who I was telling, I was like, yo, hey, I was with Zozo at the crib. Dude, yo, don't play with me like that.
But we didn't see the pictures, like a lot of pictures.
That's what I'm saying. Ngere has everything, ever. That day, At the same time, I didn't want it to make it obvious. Uri, the song has Zozo. People didn't know that.
It just had to be like a secret.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be obvious that I actually am recording with the actual first founder or first composer of the actual song.
Because even Nana, you told me what was going to happen in the song, and even when people were asking questions, I didn't even answer. I was like, quiet, like, no, man, he will say it when he want to say it. Just
I want and the song was supposed to drop in August as a surprise song. Somewhere.
Yeah, just to.
Yeah, but then because people need to understand the kind of relationship that I have with Android has gone way over music, because we've worked together for 8 years now.
Yeah,
I've known him for 8 years, ne? And when he will tell you right now, when I met that dude, I was a fan.
Yeah,
I was his fan. His fan. Because I was doing a work show at Makado something stadium, Yapalani Murawada complex.
Yeah.
And he was one of the artists that we booked.
Okay.
He was performing this song that I can. It was fire. the beats, my God, the beats were on a different level. I met him that day, and when I met him, I had heard a song because I met him. I heard his songs before I even started making music. He had made a song called "Put On" with Cash Flow that I heard. So I was like, dude, I'm a fan. And then we exchanged numbers, and then if the rest is history, like
yeah,
I said.
that was the start.
So when he heard he was busy with mixing the song, and he heard it, he was like, dude,
album.
This definitely needs to be the album. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, let me send you this first draft.
Yeah.
I'm like, did you just mix? It was like, nah, I mixed and made the beat.
Okay.
And people need to understand something. I went to dzedzemane. I also went to Big Robza for the remake of the beat, and I felt like I just didn't. The thing is, what I've realized is people sort of sometimes take things very, very personal, and they think you just hating on them or anything. I didn't tell them that, hey guys, as much as you made the beat, I'm not liking it, because it was not gelling with the beats were not gelling with the vocals properly, right? And I felt like, okay, you know what? Let me give it one more try, because if Aubrey had come back with a beat that didn't match what I was trying to get, it was definitely not gonna be in the album.
Yeah.
So, Matume sent me a beat. I put it on. It was not matching. Robza did the same. I didn't feel like it was matching. But still, shout out to those two people because
they are good.
Robza gave me my first shot. Recordanga beat you are in front of your eyes, and to be properly mixed professionally. The first time ever was Robza when I recorded Battlefield, which was my first real song.
Yeah.
And it blew up, right? So shout out to Robza for that. And Matume has made a number of songs for me. Yeah. Dora was made by Matume. Freezing with Shamisi was made by Matume. A couple of songs were made by him. So both producers are some of the best in Venda. Like that's one of the things that I've come to realize. Venda in as a producer.
Lot.
It's just a matter of sometimes in our communication you have bad. Like when I'm doing a tonga, but now obviously I'm 2 million years ago.
Yeah.
So when he sent me the beat, the first draft, it's like, are you kidding me? It sounds like this now.
Yeah.
And then it had a piano feel to it. I was like, gotcha. I let my mom listen to it. Like, hey, this is nice. This is my mom telling me this. I'm like, Mom, how do you know nothing about Afro-pop? And then I sent it to my manager, right? I'm like, hey, I need to make a decision on this song to be on the album right now. This is at 11 at night. I need you to listen to it 5 times, because that's what I do before I make it. Listen to it 5 times on repeat. Tell me what you feel. She says on the 3rd time, she's like, dude, put this song on the album. At the time, you must understand, the track list for the album was complete.
Damn.
It was designed already.
Hey.
I was a guy online. And then if you look at it, going for it is now track number 9, right?
Yeah.
It was track 8.
Okay.
When we listened to the album, I don't know if you watched that live in Owi's car.
Yeah, I did, but not all of it. I just watched.
Everyone was not part of the playlist. It was not on the album. Shout out to Owi for that. So when he sent it to me, I was like, dude, I sent a message to my designer TDK, right? I was like, dude, change the playlist, add the ADS track number 8 and move everything else down. So then it's gonna be 16 tracks instead of 15. And then yeah, man, he sent me the second draft. I was like, ooh la la, and I sent it to Zozo. Zozo is like, why do I sound so nice? I'm like, and he didn't understand that. The one thing that people need to understand about when I make music, I will never be the type that says I don't use auto-tune or I don't use pitch. I always pitch correct my stuff because I want it to match the beat. But you will never hear a robotic voice in my music.
Yeah.
Because I 100% use a humanizer. A humanizer says you still sound the same. You're just correcting everything, right?
Okay.
So you correct the notes that you might have missed by this. Anyone that has ever been to a live show, they know I can sing. I don't act like I don't know how to sing because I know how to. So I told him, no, we just put a bit of reverb there and to make it gel. That got that blown away.
Yeah, I don't know. Mostly, the type of music that he does, but live, like he just playing live and then.
And yeah, they don't correct the voice and all of those things. They don't make it. They don't balance it properly. Hey, this man was
like, come on.
Song is on a different level because obviously I had to send it to him first before it came out.
Yeah.
Because I wanted him to be comfortable with his verse, right? Hey, that song. The minute he said happy, like, alright, cool. Same day I plugged it online. That's how it came about.
Okay. Yeah, we get it. And then you also featured Tian, right? Tian. It's Tian or Tian?
It's Tian,
right? You have worked together before. So it was on your album, on the song, you know,
Going for it.
Yeah. How did it came about, like the song?
So, believe it or not, Going For It came about before Chipinga.
Okay.
I recorded Going For It when I was still in Joburg last year. So when I was recording, like I always say, I always have 2 verses. But somehow, you know, when you can hear somebody else in a song before you record, I heard it. I was like, I'm gonna send it to him because we had never worked before, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna send it to him, see what he says. If he replies and you know, decides to record on it, great. Sent him a text because obviously I talked to him before. Sent him a text, and then he said no, you know what, I'll record it. When he sent me the verse back, I was like, yep, this is it. And then man, that's how it came about. But I opened that communication door to say, you know what, when you want to work on your stuff, hit me up.
Let me know.
Yeah. So
I will work with you. Like it's a mutual relationship.
Going For It came about that way, where I said, you know what, I'm gonna send, like I said, to Tien to see what he says, and he came back fire. Obviously, he I remember he was telling me, hey, this song, the keys are very high, but I had to do my best to reach them. Like, I do, I'm a singer. those are very low for me.
Like they're low. I'm going for it.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm going for everything.
And the idea obviously was to just talk about, you know, when there's a lot of people that are always gonna say you're not gonna make it anywhere. But it's up to you to tell yourself that you can go for it, regardless of what anybody says. So that's the thinking behind the song. I just wanted to say, you know what, I'm gonna go for everything that I wanna get. I don't care what I gotta do. I'll do everything that's necessary to get there. And then that was it, man.
So you know, this at that time, I once had a chat with Ngele, talking to him, was like, no man, I was asking about Bianca yesterday. I was like, nah, Bianca, I'm a piano player. That's what he told me. Like, I'm just saying that, Then you featured her on your album, but it's not a piano.
So I can tell you why that is. Pella Ngere knew Bianca after I did, and I recorded that song before he knew her.
Okay.
We recorded that song in 2019.
Hey, that's
That's when I started recording the album. Rehab, Day Ones, and Ride For You were all recorded in one session.
Okay.
Rehab always at night, well, around 10, right? Ride For You around 1 in the morning. And then the next, no, Day Ones was the first one to be recorded during the day. Because Chris Ben was there. And I recorded Rehab at night as well as Ride For You. I knew her before he knew her. So, as much as she does piano now, she's made incredible music before.
Yeah.
There's music that Aubrey has not released that is on his tapes and stuff that she made.
And
Amazing
she's good, man. She's good. She's very, very good. She's one of the best female vocalists now.
Definitely. I think, like I said, I always have a top 3 or top 4. My top 3 in Venda it's Chidi.
Okay.
That I did Superman on Ground Zero.
Yeah.
Katu Zaga, who I did Never Give Up With.
I don't know her. I don't think I know her.
Yeah. There's a song called Never Give Up that I did with her. She used to work with Ngere and all of those, right? And then obviously there's Bianca. These 3 for me have done great songs. And obviously there's plenty more. Your Missy Fab.
Yeah, Missy Fab.
You know, yeah. So
Boss Lady.
Nah, not vocalist.
Well, I remember that track I will make J. Boss Lady, no?
Yeah, it was Boss Lady. Like when I say I'm talking about the now, right? Boss Lady, at her time, she was unmatched. With consistency, that would have been probably one of the greatest vocalists we have in Venda, right? Like, or not even vocalists, but female musicians.
Yeah.
But then obviously she probably had a different route she wanted to follow. So yeah, I think that's about it.
And then also we also have this one Oimbona Kid, that track of the fee.
Miggy Black.
Quanella, yeah. She's also good.
She's very good. I think sometimes it's opportunity to record, because I can tell you now, consistent recording makes you better every day. Bianca was a consistent recorder before.
Yeah.
Like when she was still making music with Aubrey, she recorded almost every day. So her game was changing every day. The reason the album sounds the way it sounds now, my album, right, is because I was a consistent recorder. 2019, 2020, 2021, I probably have recorded more than I ever recorded before in those 3 years. Probably more than 100 to 150 songs that I've ever recorded. They go right on the feature and all of those.
Okay.
Because even last year in 2020, because I was still in Joburg, right, and then COVID obviously.
Yeah.
I remember I put out a WhatsApp status. Somebody please sponsor me with a studio kit. One guy, I won't mention name, he said, how much is it? I went to A1. It was 2 days before they closed the count.
Yeah.
I checked, got codes, sent it to him. He paid, sent it, paid them. Went and got my kit.
Okay.
The kit that I use in Gauteng has everything, including studio monitors and everything. It's a fully fledged kit, right? And I started recording, and obviously I started doing features, but you know how I am. I don't do features for free.
Yeah.
I was doing features for like 300, 400, and they were coming. Like there was at a point where in a week I had about 14 to 15 features that I had already been paid for that I needed to make, and I was making those deadlines because I could work. I would do my normal work at 4 until 4, sleep until 10 at night. From 10 till morning recording.
Okay. Hey, as soon as the job.
Hey, so same as last night. I did the same thing. I came back, slept from 10 till morning. I was working on music.
New music, and then.
Well, it was more features that I've been paid for.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing some features.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
And then you also, obviously, I'm sure, but when we have been following the new, they just like had an idea. Okay, Chris Bang was gonna be on the album because you have done like a lot with him, EPs,
so
like mixtapes, right? So yeah.
As much as he was in the album, he was not in the album the way I wanted him to be.
Okay.
Well, his availability was very slim. Like there was many songs that I wanted to do. Like there was songs that I feel like this song for instance, I wanted a Chris Bang in this song.
Okay.
but his availability was very scarce, right? And then songs like No Wahala, those are the songs that I make with Chris Bang.
Okay.
Me and Chris Bang have a type that we kill, and we make sure that it's dead, dead. But like I said, availability. They one song that is on. For me, it was luck because he came to the studio that day.
Okay.
I was recording at Aubrey's studio in Mangenge, and he was in the studio as well. I'm like, alright, cool. I'm gonna put you in a place where you never go. If you listen to the song, you will hear or no, this is not the kind of music that Chris Bang makes.
Okay.
But we heard that
this one is more.
We heard the beat and we liked it. Oh, I was like, dude, kill the hook. So, like I said, Chris Bang is one of those people that I fondly want to feature always because I think we are compatible. We make great music together. So, yeah, he was not in the album as much as I wanted him to be.
And I love him because like his voice is more different than anyone around Vent. Like if we're talking, even in South Africa, like his voice is much unique.
It's not even about the voice, but the way he makes his music. Like I was telling people that you can't listen to me and say I sound like somebody else. That's one thing I love about myself. There's artists that are great right now, but you can listen to him and you say oh sound as a Rimzi, kana sound as a Mizo, kana sound as a prefix. Simply because when they started their music, that was who they looked up to.
And I think it's not Kujamba. We saw it in Kujamba at time. A lot of people like what I said that they were posting like this is Ramsey featuring prefix featuring who but only. I was like, no, damn man.
like and it's not even saying it's throwing shade at anybody, né? But there's a lot of people that sound the same in terms of like voice and how they record maybe. You know,
even the flows, like everything, like.
But looking up to somebody else. But the thing is, what I always tell people is that you can't look up to somebody that is in the same level as you.
Okay.
You're not looking up; you're looking across. You need to look up at somebody that you'll be like, maybe I'll get there one day. I can't look at Aubrey and Ozura across me that I'm looking up to him. How am I looking up to him when he's in front of me?
Yeah, we're still in the same level.
Exactly.
You can even pull up more numbers than me.
Exactly. like if somebody that is making the right moves, music or vendor, they look up to Romeo. If we are performing in the same venues or the same events and getting the same type of reaction, or you're even getting more reaction than me, how are you looking up to me?
Yeah, I get you. I feel like Rodiscas are like all the features, right?
I think so.
And then when we were discussing features, you were also like talking about the songs from this and so I think when you talk, we're just gonna like jump in other songs that we didn't talk about. Song like Help, you were alone on that song. Yeah. What is the song about, like?
So the song simply, the reason, let me put it this way, the reason it's the opening of the album, it's sort of wanting you to understand why I make music, right? It's not, I don't choose to make music. That's the one thing people need to understand. These things just come to me. Like that's how addicted I am to it. So Rehab, it's me saying, as much as you would say I'm addicted to something. Music is one thing that I'm addicted to that I don't feel like I need to get over. Like I'm fine with making music the way it is, and I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to hearing just melodies out of anything. It could be somebody playing a song way far from where I am, but I'll hear a different melody. It could be somebody singing at church, or I'll hear a different melody. Yeah. So what I was trying to emphasize there is the kind of hold the music has on me. It's something that I don't want to get away from. I'm fine with it.
You don't want to heal, just want to keep on doing this.
I'm fine.
Keep on singing, keep on listening.
I might not even find myself at the space where I feel like I must do it commercially, but I'm definitely gonna keep on making music, even if it's for me, because it's very therapeutic for me. Like I feel my best self when I'm in front of that mic, headphones on, and just making music. And
just flowing.
Yeah.
And then there's track number 2, right? It's called I Vow. What are you vowing to? Who are you vowing to?
So I vowed came about when I went to Joburg for this big event that was being done in Soweto. I was booked there, right? And then one day, it was on a Saturday. We went on a Thursday with my manager, right? And like I said, my manager is my girlfriend. So we're chilling, we're talking, and then I remember I was like, you know what? AD just sent me a beat or a sample of a beat, because he sends me samples to approve whether I like it or not. The way I approve is if I listen to it and something comes to my head, song, right? And then he sent me the sample. In my head, I'm like, you know, would you marry me? In my head, there was no words to it, right? And then I'm listening to it on a Bluetooth speaker, and then my girlfriend says, it'll be awesome if you just talk about what we do on a daily, right? And then the first line that came was, right? Like something that we always talk about, how it's amazing that we are together, and we don't really believe that we're together, because as much as she never told me ever, she only told me when we started dating, like way after. I remember when we were in Durban, in Durban in March, she was like, dude, do you know how much of a fan of your music I am? I'm like, what do you mean? Because the last time we spoke, you said you don't even listen to music from Vietnam. She's like, dude, check my playlist. And I checked her playlist. I was like, damn, I'm in there. I'm like, just hold on. I'll call him back. So yeah, man. And then I'm like, okay, you're gonna do that, and she was like, yeah, I like that. And then we spoke about vows. Hence I tell people she wrote, even though she didn't think she was writing it, because like I said, we don't really use pen and paper. She wrote most of that song because of what we were talking about, and then we spoke about vows and everything. I'm like, it would be great to actually put actual vows on the song, and so we came with the I vow to love you in sickness and in health. I vow to love you to rich or poor. Those. And then when I recorded the chorus and I sent it to him, he's like, how are you writing what we spoke about? I'm like, no, I didn't write. It just came the way it is, and then it came about. That's I vow. Yeah.
So basically, she played a big role.
No, she heavily influenced it.
Yeah, for that track. Yeah. And then we talked about jealousy.
We didn't really talk about jealousy.
Okay, let's talk about jealousy.
So jealousy.
What's jealousing you?
Nah, like jealousy is a track that anybody can relate to. Jealousy. Do you realize that the most jealous that you will ever get is in the family, not outside? Okay. Like everybody that's close to you are the first people to have some sort of envy towards what you do, right? So I was referencing that. I was like, you know what? So many people out here pretend, and the love that you receive is very fake right now. Those are the two first lines. So that was the initial topic. That jealousy in around you, your neighbors, your family, your friends, those people that you consider close are the first people that would. A stranger won't be jealous of what you have.
The moment you go down, they'll also be like, we knew it was not going anywhere.
Exactly. A stranger, jealous in Beyonce. I don't know. She doesn't know me. I don't know her.
Even though you exist, she doesn't even know.
Exactly. That is the same thing that happens to Emma Kazi, for instance. If you look at people that ever talk bad about her, somewhere, somehow, they were very close to her. Or if ever, like, I heard this rumor, Makazi a family. I just heard this rumor.
But I heard it like that.
Aren't those two people the same people that talk bad about each other?
And imagine if they met like they did
exactly
together just to try it out.
And like I said, I don't throw shade at anybody, but I like saying it the way it is. Like those are the kind of the close people that you were once close to or are close to, are the ones that are going to be the first to say something bad about you. So when I made it was there. And funny enough is the second verse that came onto jealousy was there, but I didn't. I told the I feel like removing this verse. He's like, nah, bruh, this verse is fire. I sent an empty space to Ramsey. for that verse.
Okay.
Actually, no. I sent him the hook on Instagram. I remember we were talking on Insta because he responds more on Insta. Even though I have his WhatsApp number, it takes forever on WhatsApp. But on Insta, we can have a full blown conversation for 30 minutes with no and voice notes at that. It's like man, God, come bro, like this song is fire. Can I do this? I gave him because I also wanted him on the song. Yeah. I said I remember I approached him way back. I said, no, I'll have a song that I want you on. He said, cool. When I sent him that verse, he said, there one, right? I sent it to him. And, you know, Ramsey, being Ramsey, took forever to send it back, right? When he finally sent it back, I was like, shit. The album is already online.
It's already done.
Right? But then I was like, you know what? No, Ramsey, you know what? I'm gonna send you a mixed and mastered wave. All you have to do is mix and master your parts, put it in there, and send me a full song. Because you can do that, right? I emailed it to him. Ramsey had an opportunity to go to Joburg for a very big meeting. He went. Ramsey sent me, Ramsey, I'm like, Ramsey, it's fine. You know, if I ever do a deluxe album, I'll use that verse.
Okay. Yeah. That's
still have that verse.
Yeah, that's understandable. At least no matter like album which will work.
No, he said, his verse was fire.
I'm glad you're still on the same page and everything.
Nah. Look, it would have been a problem for me, or I would have felt somehow if he never sent me anything, right? And it maybe came back later on, and then after he sent me his verse.
When the album is that was like,
no, he sent me the verse before I released it. Before the pre-order even went up. He sent me the verse. I remember I listened to it and I sent it, like I always do, sent it to Android and my manager. Because I wanted to hear their opinion, right?
Yeah.
Manager's like, yo, this verse is fire.
It's fire. And the radio was like, come on.
I wish I had it in here. I would have played it to you, right? But I have it on my phone. They were like, I was like, you know, if it comes, it comes, right? It never came. Well, it came, but you forgot to send me the mixed version before he went to Joburg. So I was like, no, if I do a deluxe album,
so if you don't do a deluxe,
I'll probably release it as a remix.
Okay, that's good. Then I wanted to ask.
But then that would mean I'll probably have to sort of think about a different verse for my verse because it's already out. I don't believe in a remix that has the same verse.
Or you can do a remix like that thing that John Lucas did, because John Lucas did a song about Will Smith, right? And they released it. I feel like that song. And then Will Smith was like, "Yo man," he went live like, "Yo man, I want to put a verse on this song."
We can even do that.
And then the remix was like chorus, verse of Will Smith, and then chorus, and the song was done. He didn't put his second verse like.
Yeah, we can even do that. Because to be honest with you, I love the verse that he sent. It's very nice. It talks to what I was talking to. It's very straightforward. So yeah.
Okay, so I think we touched on Lost, right?
Yeah, we touched on Lost.
Akambik,
we touched on it. Remember, we spoke about what I told you
about Mangenge.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Noah Hala. I think they're only playing right now.
Oh no, Noah Hala.
What does it mean, Noah?
Noah Hala means no problem.
Because bro, when you listen to the song,
listen to your my guy.
No, you can understand, but when you go to the name of the song, Noah Hala, what does Hala mean? Like you don't know, but
that's why even the catchy part of the song says Noah Hala. That part, right? Noah Hala means no problem. If you listen to your Tiwa Savage and all of those guys up there, they use Noah Hala. I googled what it means before because I had this Noah Hala in my head, but I didn't want to just say Noah Hala and I don't know what it meant because it would have the structure of my verses would have been different if I didn't know what it meant. So Noah Hala means no problems.
Okay.
Simply talking to the female that I'm in a relationship with at that time, which is my girlfriend now. Okay. But to say there is no problem. When I made the song, there was no intentions of a like I made the song referencing things that you see every day. You see women that get hurt and they don't really trust anybody else. I've met a lot of those. I'm not saying I've met and dated, but I've met in a way where we had a conversation, and they told me about how much they hate men because of those things.
Yeah.
You know, so
Men are dogs.
yeah. So as much as it was referenced on that context theory, you know what? I just want to talk to women to say, you know what? There's gonna be a guy there who's gonna treat you, and there will be at any time you feel like you have a problem, you can talk to this person.
Mm-hmm.
So when I released the album, it sort of, you know, came back to say, you know what? I want to tell my girlfriend exactly this. That, you know what? At any time that you feel like you want to talk, or you feel like you're not safe, or you feel anything, no problem.
Man, I'm your man.
Yeah.
We can talk. Okay, then we got this song called Pain. You have told me a lot of things about this song, but I just want you to brief it, hey. So what Pain is all about, because a lot of people out there,
yeah,
when they listen to it, they talk about that breakup where they're divorced.
So I remember when my girlfriend first commented on it, she's like, dude, did you lose a daughter or something? And her friends, because she was playing it, asked the same question. I was like, nah. The story is, there was a guy, you know, at work, right? I have a friend at work who lost a child. They lost a child, and when they told me about the story, I remember they told it to me in 2020. They told me the story. We were in lockdown. Him and I, we used to catch up, like, you know, just keep each other sane, because he was by himself as well in his own flat in Kimberley, right? I'm in Joburg. We used to have like a Teams meeting every Tuesday and Friday, where it's like 30 minutes, just talk about anything. Hey, bro, how the girls that side, you know, those kind of things. Yeah, just to keep each other sane, because trust me, by yourself for a full month without seeing any other person, or without talking to any other person about something different, you will go insane. Yeah. So that was how we kept each other sane. So we talk about anything, and then it was like, dude, let me tell you about this story. They told me the story about how a normal day for him, where he was going to Stekeneko with this girl, with this girl and his daughter, became very tragic, right? He lost his daughter only, but they were both in an accident. Okay. So people don't understand that I'm actually talking about the daughter, not a wife or anything like that. Yeah. That story honestly belongs to him. I only felt it because he's a friend of mine, and he told about it, and it felt so real, and it felt like it was happening to me when I made the song. I was telling my girlfriend that, hey, as much as it's not my story, I relate to it so much, because when he told it to me, it felt so real. And I asked him, dude, can I make a song about this, if you don't mind? And I did, and I sent it to him first, before it was even mixed, because I didn't want to go through the process of everything else. Yeah. And then he says no. So I was like, dude, let me send you this song. And then he said, dude, do it. And then I did it. Came out beautiful. Like I said, there's no exaggeration to the story that is in there. Everything is as it came. Just that obviously it came as a book. It's just a very long story. Yeah, I just made it into summarizing. Yeah, I made it into a song instead of just talking about a book or a bunch of feelings. That's about it.
Yeah, and then we have talked about Erewang, of course. We talked a lot about that one. Going for it, we talked about it also. Let's talk about one of my favorite songs on the album, Studio Love.
Oh, Studio Love. That's a very old concept, but as old as 2017, if you can believe.
2017.
2016, right? Not recorded, but concepts.
I didn't even think. I didn't even have an idea of doing a YouTube that time.
So before, the melody used to say, "The first day I saw you grabbing the mic, girl, I just knew you gonna blow my mind." Right? When I made that song before, I was so much in love with music to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a song about the love for music, but I'm gonna put it inside a girl instead of music itself, right?
So that it can also be like different to rehab, you know.
Yeah. So when the rehab, Studio Love is about the love I have for music, but inside of a woman, right? When I say inside of a woman, you'll hear it says the first day I saw you grabbing the mic, like you know when you see somebody that is in the same element as you and you're like, wow, that can definitely be my future wife right there, right? That's how I felt about music at that time when I came up with this concept. And initially I wanted to have a girl in the song as well. What's her name? You know, remember Sedzi?
I remember.
She was initially supposed to be in the song with me. When we did it in 20, we recorded the hook in 2016, 17, right? But the project got lost. It was not even this beat that we made it on. It was a different beat. It was a Robza beat. I don't remember how it sounded, but it was way back then, right? And then the concept came back to me when I was making this album. I was like, nah, man, I wasted this. This concept was king. I remembered the hook from the melody just had to change, but the hook I still had, right? Went to Android, sang him the hook, how it sounded before, just sang it to him, and then we started the beat. And then it came in. I was like, alright, cool. Sharp.
Bless you.
I was like, okay, cool. Let's make this beat. And then when we made the beat, I was like, dude, how about we do this? We infuse rock, R&B, amapiano, and new age trap.
Okay.
We infused all of those things in there. So yeah, we made the beat. The beat was sounding fire.
And then, did he play the guitar himself?
Yes.
Or he used the...
No, he played it.
Yo, man, that was good.
So people don't understand that dude is talented.
He's very good.
Musically, and everything is all self-taught.
And I think I said it on one of my lectures. I was like, if a big artist, if Drake comes right on, I'll be like, man, I want to record. That's the first guy gonna come. But I have Android.
Hey, yo, my God.
I said it.
I remember when we made the first parts of the beat, right? And we recorded the chorus, and we went back to Fruity Loops. Now we want to finish. I recorded the first verse because I thought about it. Okay, I need to make a call to heaven and all of those things. We finished the first verse and the hook, and then we were like, now how do we approach the second part? We decided let's start with the piano now. If you listen to it, how it starts is a gong gong night, right? Go piano. We did the piano part, and then I was like, how do we from the piano? He says, from the piano, let's take it to new age track.
Yeah, dude.
And then we went to when you pull up into the stool, it's always fire. I know my baby cut that high note like Mariah, right? Hey, it was crazy day. And then that's how we came up with the song, man. And we did it, we killed it, we finished it. Yeah.
It's a beautiful, like I said, it's one of my top in the album. Like I love
and to be honest with you, I didn't think people will relate to that song a lot, right? And then it's number 2 in terms of streams. It's number 2 to Ep1.
Yeah, I think people are loving like it have got that kind of like vibe. And also like a song, you know, like you relax. You don't know what, like if you want to relax, you can listen to it. If you want to jam, you can listen to it. So I think that's why people like love it.
Yeah, relax.
Nice.
Yeah.
You see, and it's a concept that is not like it's a more papa or like love song. Everybody is singing is like you have love song. Like that's a different thing. It's a love song, but in a different kind.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I really commend and pat myself on the back for is how I come up with concepts. You can't exactly say you can come up with concepts the same way I do. Who can come up with a concept like Rehab? Who has ever made a song like Rehab? That concept.
Let's talk about the song. To hype up the album.
Oh,
right?
The Great White.
The Great White. I'm sure the one of Zinjiga, and then you already said a lot about it. But hey, man, let's talk about that song. And
so without really, shying away from the song on its own, the song is really, it really contextualizes the game as it is right now, like music or venda, how it is and how I see it. If you listen to, I just don't remember how I started the first verse. I would have sort of referenced it to. That's the hook. So that hook just says, exactly everything I said about the cover.
Okay.
I don't need anybody to tell me how great I am. I know I am. and I'm comfortable in that greatness, and I do, as much as people will be like, yo, dude, you are the greatest or you are the best. The first person to ever tell you need to tell you that is yourself.
Yeah.
If you wait for somebody's approval, you're not gonna really go anywhere.
And you won't get it. Who knows?
Yeah, you won't understand it, and you might never get there if you don't tell yourself first, or you know what, I'm great, I'm the best. You need to those need to be your affirmations to yourself. Or hey, I took a chance or anything. Before anybody else says that, say it to yourself, right? So that was the concept of the chorus. I remember. I remember. The verse was very. I wanted the song to be trappy. If you listen to it, it says, "Just like an AK-47, I keep on spilling these bullets." All of you get it. Like whatever comes after that line, understand? I wanna safe.
Okay. Everybody must.
So I was.
Catchy.
Hey, whoever is around is gonna catch a piece. It's just that it's obviously it's a song. You can't really. If it was longer, I probably would have done more damage with it, but. And then I also referenced to how, as much as, so there's a line people keep asking me, or whatnot. People need to understand the level of respect I have for musicians, like, who do you know who would have done it bigger?
It's him, right? Mangenge, right? And that time he was also singing with Nicodemic, right? He was still with Nicodemic. They were there, Namizo, and
do you remember?
More, right?
Hey, do you remember McFem properly? Like, there's a tape that I will forever say is the greatest tape to ever come out from him. It's called McFem Legas. If you ever find it, because I've been looking for it, I can't find it anywhere.
I'll try him out. Maybe we'll give it to
If you find that tape, please link me up, because I wanna tape in it. Or for me, this is my opinion, right? This is just me. I wanna tape in it or album in it they released recent that can top that tape.
Okay.
For me, from a McFem perspective, at that time, if you want to, they are barbs and they are the beehive. You know those fans?
Yeah.
Hey, my guy, me and McFem were like this. Like, tape. I remember, I didn't, physical CD. Okay. I had the physical CD for that tape. That tape was on a different level. It was not even, you couldn't match that tape.
And checking on that time, because music or our McFem, and it has like great quality compared to that time. Like if we have like evolved and something. Yeah. But when you check that time and check other people's music, and then you go to McFem, you know like this. This is quality. This is Android type of quality. Like we are getting here.
I knew McFem before I even started making music. I remember they were performing in Marafco. The first show I ever attended, the event rep, was McFem, 2Fab, FWO. That was somewhere in 2011, somewhere there when I was still in university. That's when I met Cash and Fizzy and all of them. But I would say I said Cash because we still are friends even now, because I met him before the music. And to be honest with you, the reason I said I feel like this just, like I said, my opinion. I feel like McFem get to go to a point where they felt like their music was not doing enough, even though it was, right? And they decided to switch up.
Like they wanted like to in a speed of like instead of like going through the levels that they were going.
But then if you listen to the songs that have all the nudity, what content is it in?
We blue-ticked them as vendor people.
You understand? But I saw on just now on what's this on Instagram, he posted a picture where he's reached 500,000 in one of the nude videos, right? And he's thinking of doing another one. But that's just for fame, right?
You gotta ask yourself: are people actually going for your music?
No, they're not. For
to
the
just
music.
see that.
Let's be honest. Come on.
Because if you check, I feel like you have to also like check or okay if the video is making 500,000 the actual song on the maybe on Spotify. How much is it? And in fact, it's 500. You can still no.
Hey, Professor. So, like I said, no. At some point, McJ for me was the only musician that I thought would be great in Venda.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shade in this track. There's a lot of shade.
Yeah, no, actually, we were still discussing the first verse. I'm trying to discuss the first verse. Yeah. I think, like what I said, for me, it was just my personal view on what the music is looking like right now. Especially if you look at like the McFem side, they decided to switch up, start making videos. And the whole of Venda just blue ticked them. Nobody really spoke about it or anything like that. But like I said, if he wants to even now, I believe McJ still can make great music.
Very.
I mean,
he's a genius. That guy.
Before the nudity, remember he was trending on Channel O with a song. What was that song called again?
I remember. Is it like it was?
He had a nice song out. That is before all the nudity.
I remember the song.
Hey, and then he switched up, and then they switched up. And
it was like there was this ladies, I was like,
yeah.
I remember the song.
And then on the second verse it said, you heard me now because second verse.
I can hear it, but I can't. I forgot it. Like I can hear the song.
You heard me. Vocally, lyrically, come to Oh, all right. So that, to be honest, that's not a reference to a person. I was just referring to how NFR to be exact, but they had plenty of artists. Almost anyone that you know of talent came through there. But almost everyone left. I don't know if they left because they wanted to find greener pastures. My question is where are they now?
Okay.
That was the question. That's why I said Zoni Bayer and Namseniche NFR.
Because many people posted when they were posting, they were mentioning names.
I know.
They mentioned the OMSK.
My question is where is he now musically?
I have no idea. I can't tell.
Where is he?
I don't even know the last time he dropped a song, so I can't tell.
I think. Well, for MSK, to be honest, I would say maybe it's more focused on his work and stuff, right? But I'm talking about somebody that decided to like, if you pursued music after NFR and you thought you were gonna get bigger somewhere else, did you get bigger?
So yeah, I think people like when you say NFR, were you only talking about NFR, or maybe I just even too fair, but even
no, but I think the reference right now. I'm just speaking on the name that was mentioned in there, but if you look at it as a whole, anyone that left a label because or a group because they thought they can be bigger somewhere else. Question is, are you bigger?
That's the question. Are you bigger?
Hey,
is it working for you?
It's like anybody. No one can ever come to me and say that I left this and this because I've never been in a label.
Okay.
Sleep Music was for me something that me and Faceboy started. So how do you leave your own child? Professor,
I didn't leave.
I would. It's a company that we started. Even if we don't really post about it or anything like that, you can't exactly leave that, right? But there's people that went to labels everywhere. Where are you now?
Yeah. So and then there was a lot of like there was that line here, King. I'm sad.
So if you look at how everybody referenced themselves as a king, that simply was saying that you can bring anyone. This is like I said, you need to give yourself affirmations to feel great. Nobody else is going to tell you you're great. Then you can call yourself king however you want it, but it's definitely not going to happen when you're with me in the studio.
Okay. So
you can leave you can be king and leave your throne at the door. Like I said, there's body bags at the door.
Yeah, because many people were referencing Misophil and that.
How
people like they were like, he's talking about this.
But the question is, how would I talk about Misophil when we don't really make the same type of music? I would talk about, if you want me to talk about Misophil, I would say that I don't be so. Here's how I look at it. The word king is very big.
Very.
You need to really have accomplished something to be regarded as a king. Musically, Misofio put Van Rap on a different level.
Yeah.
Right? But you can't call him a king because there's people that do it better than him.
Okay.
They might not perform as much as he does, but definitely from a musical perspective, there's people that do it better than him. Like I said, my artist in Venda right now is Ramsey. The one person that I would say, if I was not to bet on somebody, not myself, because obviously I would always bet on myself, I would bet on him.
Yeah, I get you. Now let's move, right? I've also got number the ThaGreatwhite. I'm going to tell the first the one line but let's move, man. We're not talking about right for you. Right for you, I'm right for you.
So right for you. Initially, when I did that track, I did with Bianca. The track was I said, you know, Bianca. I had a music video already in my head when I was talking about the concept.
Okay.
She'll be talking to her person. I'll be talking to my person, right? And then we'll be talking at the same time. The song will be gelling together. If you can hear, all the verses we are both on them. It's not like one person. That's it. It's just a matter of, you know, affirmations. I'll always ride for you. That's it.
Okay. That's it. No more.
Nah.
She's a free. I love that. I know to bro. Just that I can't do it, but she's a free. Freak was also another experiment, because the beat was nothing I've ever done before. If you listen to it, I'd rate the Josie, right? He came through to Joburg, and we were going to buy him, because you know, with Android, if he feels like, hey, this set of studio equipment is old, to get a new one. He came through so that we can go get a new one. Okay, a new set. The new set recorded Freak first. Okay.
And we were like, what? The quality, bruh. like, hey, you know, with this album, that's also the influence I got to go buy my equipment. I bought equipment of the equipment we bought for AD that day. Looking at the quality it gave us. That's what I'm buying. Focus right? So I was like, you know what? Let me. I wanna sort of use flow younger chief on what's that song called again?
They don't know.
Oputatak or something like that.
Tatak. Oh, Nangu Tatak.
Hey, Nangu Tatak. If you hear it says big bag, white, and then he says big something like that, right? And then I said big bag.
Nangu Tatak.
So mine said big bag, wide curves. Shorty's bodies move like water. So her body moves like, you know, like waves. That's exactly. That's what really it was about. It was just a freakish moment where I just wanted to talk about stuff that is unorthodox. I remember a week ago, one of my colleagues, two colleagues of mine that listen to my music like it's their own. Every single day, they're sending me a screenshot of. They're like, dude, I was listening to the album, right? I'm like, I know this is what Romeo. Firstly, I listened to all the tracks, and then when I got to, they said first she said, hey, Jealousy, bruh. On Jealousy, the first verse I was like, okay, this is Romeo. Hey, when you came to the second verse, you snapped. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I heard now you were on some. I can see the what in you, and you're jealous. What? I'm like, my guy, you know, yeah, you know, I was angry.
Oh, what?
And then she says, dude, I was like, okay, cool. I'm listening, this is fire. But when I got to Freak, I was like, how did he make this? I'm like, no, like, you know, you have to be diverse, you know, make music for all the types of people. So yeah, man, Freak. Yeah, it was also a shining moment for my falsetto voice. Like, no, I murdered that falsetto. It was nice.
Yeah, and I think we talked about the verse in Chikwamba, and at Red verse,
hey.
He killed it, man. Like he killed
somebody. I just need somebody
he killed
to.
it. I'm gonna do it. Don't worry.
I just want you to
do it.
React on only his verse. That's it. Only his verse.
Man, it was. It's just that, you know, it was gonna be good. Also, if I knew like what we was talking about, like
trust me, if you listen properly, if you listen properly, You will hear them.
And I think because I've heard like that counterpart like talking to him, I think some of the names I will know. Oh,
Hey,
this is going to this one.
Look, I'm not as much as I would like to say nothing was personal. There was a lot of people. There was a lot of. It's not just his verse. Like if you listen out to the whole song, you hear that there's people's names are in there.
Yo, man. Hey, levels. Okay, let's put. And then there's Farewell Red, RAD, I think.
Yeah, no, I think we've talked about that long.
And the day ones, I think we just talked about.
Yeah,
only. We didn't really.
To be honest, there's not really like a diverse or intense explanation to it. It was just a song. It was spoke about the people that you've been with and what the kind of like it was braggadocious. If you heard, I said something like Bitindi Ura Zoraro, like those kind of. It was just bragging how good the Great White. That's how I closed the show.
Yeah. So after talking about all these songs and all the features, right? The only feature that you said you wanted on the album, but you couldn't have its Rams. Is there any other one? Another one? It's on the Rams, right? Who could? But we're still gonna hear the verse. That's the good thing. So in the whole of the album, right?
Yeah.
Which the song that say, man, this is my favorite. So I know all of them can be, but man, there's only that.
So for me now, there's two, right?
Okay.
There's Jealousy, and there's Freak.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Those are my two consistent songs on my playlist. Like I listen to the whole album, but when I get to Jealousy, probably repeat it for like 2 times and then go forward. Okay. And then when I get to Freak, repeat it again. Okay. Those are the 2 songs that I'm listening to. Right?
You know, the one I thought when I was thinking like, I thought this guy love I Vow more than all this. You know why? Because this day on tweet, she was talking. Chichi was like, you must also check Studio Love. It's very nice. And he was like, also check I Vow. I was like,
hey, no. So the thing is, the reason I said they must check I Vow really talks to a lot of people. I remember there was a guy that sent me a video. I forgot his name, man. So what we were doing, we were getting people to send videos. I've not even posted all of them. People are sending videos of their favorite song and they're jamming to it, right? The other guy just even put in a caption to say, hey, this I Vow song will make me want to propose to my girlfriend now. Yeah. Like that's kind of the emotions I was trying to evoke in people. I vow it all and indeed. Like you will want to summarize, hey, my guy put a ring, you know.
So it's a vow.
Yeah,
man. Your album is nice. I love it. It's beautiful. I love it. And if not, there comes on a man. So I want to put you on the spot now.